Welcome to Red Bandana Gaming, the channel where Logan will show you everything from gameplay to gear. Their crew is here to take you on a journey through every atmosphere. Releases to news, you don't have to choose. Red Bandana Gaming is here for you.
Hey everybody, Logan here. And today we're talking about something that I find a bit of an anomaly. So I recently purchased, actually yesterday, a brand new copy of Deathloop, and I haven't opened it. The reason I haven't opened it is because I scanned it in my phone. I use, if you guys have seen my collection tour, about my top 5 most expensive games, I use an app called GameEye. I don't know if you guys can see that. But I go into my games and it tracks all my games and everything like that. So I usually scan all my new games into this app. And it pops up. And I'm like, what? A new sealed copy of Deathloop is going for $100. Odd. When it's a, what, $60 game? So we're going to take a look at this. It says loose price, complete price, new price. Yet when you scroll down and it says GameStop, Amazon, 54, 59, 59, 59 for loose, complete, new price, 59, 59. And then it just doesn't make sense to me. There was a deluxe edition, which was around $90, if I'm not mistaken, but that was a pre-order something or other. But yeah, that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about the regular one, and it's sitting, and right now it only says one sale per year, one sale per year, one sale per year. Price charting has been pretty solid when it comes to a solid aggregate of game values. This is what I usually go by. But this blew my mind. And after I saw that, I stepped back and I started thinking, wait, we've been having a problem in the last month or so. And most people aren't realizing it. But a lot of new releases are being shipped in small amounts physically. I went to a number of different places to get Deathloop. I was sitting on the fence about getting it because I didn't like the whole, Deathloop thing. I don't like the idea of a roguelike with like games like Returnal or whatnot, where you die and you have to start over. But this changes that. So I started watching a couple of reviews and perspectives and impressions and stuff like that. One in particular, Game Ranks, and I was like, all right, you know what? The game looks really good, and it's Arcane. I know it's a PlayStation 5 timed exclusive. It'll be out on Xbox and Game Pass next year. But I was like, you know what? Again, like I always say, I need something to play on the PlayStation 5 because there's absolutely nothing for me to play besides Ratchet and Clank. I'm really trying to justify the purchase. So I was really looking forward to this one. It seemed like a very interesting. The only thing is, I like the main character, but I wasn't too convinced about her as a bad guy, and I didn't understand her role. So thanks to Game Ranks, I now understand the characters a little better. This guy's just awesome. So that's really what did it for me, the fact that now I understand more about the game. But with that being said, I decided to yesterday go out and get the game. It had been out for, as of recording, 2 days. Nobody had it. Nobody. No Walmart's. Walmart's is actually selling it for $49. If you guys can find it, pick it up there. I spoke to the gentleman. He said they only got in 2 copies. I asked him for a physical copy of Cruise and Blast. Nope, they didn't have it. I looked at the Targets. I looked at 2 different Targets and Best Buy. Certain Best Buys were getting them in late, depending on where you were. and nobody seemed to have it. So I went to my local game store, Cybertron Games, where I usually pick up a number of new releases. And, limited run stuff. They do have a lot of limited run games. And they had Deathloop, and I was like, at first I went, no. And then I was like, okay, I decided to buy it. So my wife was like, go ahead, get it, just get it. So I got it, and then I got home and then scanned it, and then I was like, okay. And they only had 3 copies. But they're a small store in terms of, they only have 2 locations. So that led me to think the only place I could find it at was a mom and pop shop. No other big retailers getting it. Makes you think maybe these companies are doing it, sending so small amounts of physical copies that they just want you to buy it digitally. They're forcing your hand. Yet, with that being said, that's causing the new price to skyrocket. So, you might not want to be doing this, Sony. You might not want to be doing this, Nintendo or Microsoft or whoever the distributors or publishers or whoever's controlling these stock issues. From my understanding, it goes down to distributors. But I don't know the whole, ins and outs and workings of distribution and whatnot. But that's causing prices like these to skyrocket while your standard price is still sitting at $60. So even it's just graded. No one's grading it, but it's just odd to see that, and it's going to cause a shortage. A fake shortage of physical copies because they're just not going to produce them. And then it's going to cause these games to shoot up in value like there's no tomorrow. So a brand new game that you should just be able to go to the store and pick up for $50-$60, it's going to cost you $100. And it makes me wonder if these retailers are going to jump on the bandwagon like GameStop did with Xenoblade back in the day for the Wii, and then just sell them for that $100 because they know they can get it. Don't know. I know there's issues with selling it above MSRP if you're an official retailer like Best Buy or GameStop. But that's why GameStop did the whole pre-owned thing. Slice it open, sell it for $85 new. They can sell $85 pre-owned, $95 pre-owned. They could do that. They're GameStop. I don't know. I think this is a bad thing. This is a sign of things to come, in my opinion. Might just be causing issues within the industry, within the fandom, with collectors especially, when you have a game that's been out for a couple days and it's already sitting at $100 brand new. And this is a regular one. Yeah, these are sitting at current prices. When I saw this, I was like, all right, this is disconcerting. This is worrisome. Don't want this to happen. The fact that I couldn't get games that I pre-ordered, that's not the first time, by the way. I've pre-ordered a number of games, especially from GameStop, which I wanted a special edition or a certain one or a version that I know the local game store wouldn't carry or it'd be harder for them to get because I'd ask them if they could order it. Said no. So I went to GameStop and pre-ordered it. They never got them in. I'm still waiting on 4 games. They never... One happened to be Animal Crossing Monopoly. It's been over a month since that game released. Board game, nonetheless. It's a $25 board game. I can't find it anywhere. Because GameStop... Oh, it's shipping. So this may cause me to just go and just not even bother pre-ordering anymore. But hey, that's a whole nother video. Tell me what you guys think about this. Have you noticed anything going on like this in any games you're purchasing, any games you're pre-ordering, anything you picked up? Drop it in the comments below. Remember to head on over to redbandanagaming.com. Follow us on our socials. Like we always say, be legendary. Thanks again.